Good evening or early morning, if you want to look at it that way. Hello there. Hello, my friends. It is I, your friendly everyday donut, and we're gonna pick back up on. Hold on. When is maintenance? Maintenance is tonight, right? I'm gonna be really mad if I try to play this game and there's maintenance tonight. Because I'm planning on playing some more Final Fantasy for around an hour or so. We'll see how this goes. Here we go. All right, we're in. I feel like it would have kicked me out before I even got in the game if there was maintenance. Alrighty. Do you like donuts? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Do you like salami? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Do you like salami donuts? No, I don't. Yucky. All right. What do you have for me? Oh, it's the beautician thing. I don't really want to do that right now. We'll do that later. Okay, so we've just cleared Sastasha, and we're on our way back, and yeah, it was pirates. So now we're into a new task. Apparently, there's some this shit going down over in Gridania. Similar stuff, different dungeon. That may need our assistance in checking it out. Ready to hear about that job then? Like I said, the request comes from our sister guild in Gridania. And that's all I know, but whatever it is you get asked to do, I somewhat doubt it'll pose any trouble for adventurers to survive the bedlam in Sastasha. And I think you might be interested. You might want to have words with Mother Mione, my counterpart in Gridania. Good luck, mate. Mother Mione. We're going to Mother Mione. To Mother Mione. Go ahead. Oh my goodness. 617 gil. 617 gil. That is a lot. That's more than not a lot. There's no way around it. That's expensive, boy. All right, we'll go ahead and talk to you. Oh, gross. Yuck. Yucky. Not yucky. Hi there, Mother Mione. Take a seat wherever you'd like, friend. Our waitress will come to take your... Oh, not here to dine? Dare I hope you're the adventurer, but Baderon was sent word about. You are... Hold on. I just had to turn off my Spotify. It was annoying me. You are the matron, be praised. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Mione, and the Carlin Canopy is my place. With regard to the task in question, there is a bit to tell you. Let me know when you're ready to hear the details, and I shall brief you. Dude, I'm here. I'm standing in front of you. You don't have to give me a high potion and then have me click on you again. This is ridiculous. All right. Mione is waiting to brief you on your task. Ready for that briefing? Good. Now then, here's the long and short of it. Beg pardons for interrupting, Mione, but our need grows ever more pressing. Have none stepped forward? Who are you? Good evening to you too, Bowlord. Your need must be pressing indeed for you to honor us with a visit. The good news is your journey hasn't been wasted. I'm pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, and one who comes highly recommended at that. Ooh, mask. Zorro. Zorro Peter Pan My thanks for answering the call, friend. My name is Lewin, and I lead the men and women of the God's Quiver. Now, time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gridania in the bud. Beneath the central shroud, there lies an underground burial site called the Tamtara Deepcroft. The place was once a Galmoran settlement, but we Gridanians have long interred our dead there. Of late, however, shadowy figures have been seen skulking about the Deepcroft with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Dalamud, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the calamity. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices at our peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my best man to scour the Deepcroft with orders to flush the cultists out. Alas, the calamity decimated our ranks, and the limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the Ixal at bay. The birdmen have grown restless of late, and I fear a storm may be brewing. In anticipation of this, I have been compelled to spread our forces throughout the Twelveswood, lest we be taken unawares. The situation so being, we must turn to others to deal with the Lambs of Dalamud. Can we rely on you to undertake this task, friend? You have my gratitude. Once you've seen to your preparations, pray make your way to the Deepcroft and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will apprise you of the latest developments. That is all. Be careful out there, you hear? May the crystal guide you and keep you. Cool, dog. All right. Head this way. Meow. To the Tamtara Deepcroft. Tamtara. Woo! 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 Ooh! Exploring. New achievement. Yeah, Slay Queen. Where are... Over here. Okay. There appears to be... Bent branch. There's a crystal there. I should attune to thine crystal. Pray tell. Pray return. Are those players? Were those real people? People still play this game? I know there's a bridge here somewhere. Oh, I found it. Bridge to the north. Oi, wood whalers, open the gates. I've come with bits and bobs. And I must attune. I thought her name was Margarita. Like, yeah, Slay Queen. My dearest Margarita. All right. This way. Is there another chocobo? No, I guess I don't need to grab that porter. No need to grab that one. Run again. Run on cooldown until we get a mount. Phineas and Ferb. Rosaletta. Diorite. It seems to be this way. So this is where the dead Gridanians get buried. Childish curiosity prompted me to commit the most elementary of blunders. Were it not for the fruit that Alien fell, my adventures may have well been ended in this forbidding place. Always look before you leap, and in my haste, the most fundamental rule of adventuring slipped my mind. I do believe I shall rest here for a while. Did he jump down or something? I remember my first jump. Reduces. Oh, it's a defensive. It's a defensive spell. You're Joseph Baggs, I take it? Thanks for helping us out, friends. No doubt the Bow Lord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the Deep Croft and purge it of the lambs of Dalamud. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the calamity put an end to the Sixth Astral Era. The cultists took the lesser moon Dalamud for their god, believing it would deliver them from devastation. Is it Team Rocket? And so they were rather disappointed when Dalamud exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen their god turn to ash, one would think that the cultists might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, it served only to stoke the flames of their fanaticism. The Lambs of Dalamud are convinced that heretics, that is to say, everyone but them, interfered with the coming of their Lord and Savior, and that it's now their sacred duty to avenge him. Whatever it is they're doing in the Deep Croft, you may be sure that no good will come of it. For the sake of Gridania and Eorzea at large, put an end to their madness. Other players. The story around these dungeons is always cool. Right now we're gonna go break up a cult that's hanging out in the crypts. It's super cool. Metal as fuck. And if you just clicked through the text and didn't read any of it, you would just assume that you were just gonna go kill some stuff because that's what the next question mark told you to do. And I think reading, understanding, absorbing, and enjoying the content that many people put a lot of effort into is, it's a symbiotic relationship. A bone chip. Sell. Ooh. A pokey sword and a pokey shield. The Q popped. Yay. Interesting. We're gonna stand here and whack these four. I don't see any cultists yet. Spin to win, boys. Alright, let's drag these fuckers over here. We're gonna grab him. Grab him. We're gonna grab him. And then grab him. Drop a defensive. I'm just gonna whack, 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 whack. Whack, 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 whack. Nice. Okay. Now we're gonna go whack these boys. Some kind of an orb. Stunned. For 6 seconds? Yo. It's such a good ability. What are you doing over here? I noticed that you weren't really casting much. The plundering cavalier's hat. Yes. And a good healer. Hail me. I guess I could take turns stunning the things. Ooh. That's good. They're basically the same things that I already have. Whack. I smell fresh blood. And I smell a bitch in here. Goodbye, Dalamid. Whack. Done. Get stunned, bitch. Get stunned again, bitch. This time for 3 seconds. Don't really need those. Don't really need those. I'm gonna hit him with a stun. 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 I'm gonna hit him with another stun. Six-second stuns are crazy. I just started clicking because I panicked. Could I have done any more in that poll? I don't think so. That poll was crazy. Stab. One more stab. I got them all. They've all been stunned. This way. A sealed barrier. Let's break down the seal. Avoid, boy. Avoid, boy, that gets stunned. All right, Galvanth, the Dominator. I didn't pull it. Just so you know. I didn't pull it at all. Can I stun this one? No, he cannot be stunned. Ah, the circle of death. All right, so we should be able to kill him now, yeah? You limit broke too early, sir. Dead. We got the boots. All right. Now where? We have to go back to Mione. And that shit is expensive. So I am walking. At least till I get to that fucking chocobo porter. Me 600 gold to teleport there, or like 5 to ride a chocobo. I think I know which one I'll take. Wait, did I not turn? No. I was looking at something else. No. Why? I have to go this way. North. Up the hill. North. Chocobo Keep. Gradania. Yeah, 5 gil. Oh, it's a no-brainer. Look how fast I am. The music is so good too. So good. Cool. Gradani is the prettiest city. Not even close. Don't at me. I mean, it's by far the most beautiful. Alrighty, Mione. Welcome back, Joseph. I'm reliably informed that your I am reliably informed that your foray into the deep craft was a success. Nor did I expect anything less. Baderon's ringing endorsement left me in little doubt as to your capabilities. Even so, you are to be commended. Val Lord Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. I must say, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with petitions, and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves with predictable consequences. As if to illustrate the point. Aver's gone, and it's all your fault. If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he would still be alive. Interesting. Sounds like a WoW dungeon. But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. He shouldn't have been so hard-pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. A bunch of Redditors over here. Bah, to hell with this pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving, and it'd be too soon if I never see your faces again. Goodbye and good riddance. See you, potato. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel though this may sound, you brought this upon yourself. Oh, and by the way, some parting advice. Get rid of Aver's head. Bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hell you like with it, but for God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just get rid of it, alright? Wait, don't leave me alone, please. I'm sorry, Aver. Please forgive me. That was literally a WoW guild breaking up. Scenes like this have become all too common. That makes a dozen times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm so grateful for adventurers of your experience. I can send men like you on a mission without worrying that you may not return. Well, not so much at any rate. Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in Ul'dah. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable. If you think you might be interested in this task, say the word, and I will be glad to share the details with you. Okay, so I'm going to get a reward, and then I'm going to say complete, and then I'm going to click on you again. I'm here. Just finish the thought. Finish the thoughts. Mione has information on a new task. So you're not averse to taking a little trip. Wonderful. As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventurers Guild in Ul'dah. Once you arrive, seek out Momodi, the proprietress of the Quicksand. Think of her as the Sultan's version of myself. I know her, dude. I know Momodi. I'm a Momodi OG. She's the first proprietress that I met. Chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger, but I have every confidence that you will pull through unscathed. Now off you go, Joseph, and good luck. Look, I can return. And I return to Ul'dah because I started her. Alrighty, Momodi. We're back. We're back in the city. My cat girls are still there dancing. Like we never left. Life is good, you know? Welcome to the Quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now if you wouldn't mind showing yourself to... Oh, it's you, Joseph. And there I was, spouting the same tired line. Mione sent word that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all this way to listen to my prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started. So let's talk business, shall we? The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. Any moment now. Man, I'm tired. Gods almighty, another second under that sun and I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale, if you would be so kind. Oh, that's you, Papa Sean. Excellent timing, Papa Sean. It just so happens the adventurer who will be handling your petition is here. Ah, why, if it isn't my good friend Joseph, it does my spirit well to know that you are the one who will be helping us. Mayhap you'd like to appraise Joseph of his mission? Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at Copperbell Mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are of the clan known as the Hecka Big Boys, fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mine during the bygone Thorn Dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site. Ah, so we kidnapped them all, and now they're mad? Yeah, don't say. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn Dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? They've been in prison for 300 years. That's horrible. You know your history well, milady. The people of that age used the Hecka Big Boys to work their mines. By way of enchanting helms, they were able to force the ferocious creatures to their will. But as is oft the way in such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. Yeah, I suppose, probably. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the Hecka Big Boys, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels. So it was that the great giant revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well now, that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copperbell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said the mines were being reopened as if to meet the rise in demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Gods, to think that the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them dangerous to us all. There will be no mining at Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task which we would have you undertake. I'll not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put an end to the sorry business. God bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best. In case you didn't know, Copperbell Mines are in western Thanalon. Do take care, you hear? Ah, and the last thing before you depart, an employee of Imagina and Sons is presently at the quickstand. The fellow's name is Painted Mesa, and he knows Copperbell Mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. Hello, Painted Mesa. Looking for Painted Mesa? You found him. So you're the adventurer who's volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copperbell, are you? You've got guts, mate, and I just hope you've got the skills to go with them, 'cause things ain't pretty down there. The hecka big boys left the place in the right state, and nary a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copper Bell was old when the second Ul dynasty was still young, and it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for the rebuilding effort, the concern would have never thought to reopen it. We knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under a mountain's worth of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to a halt for want of aught to build with. The sun's torches are keeping watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in, and the hope of the nation is resting on you, friend. Best of luck. Great. Of course, it's up to me to save the world. I mean, kill your own heckin' big boys, if we're being honest. Alright, so apparently that's another dungeon. So instead of doing that dungeon, I'm going to run over here. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to go Gladiators Guild. Because there might be... I know there's a couple of quests that I haven't done for this yet. And we're here, so it's not a bad time to do them anyway. But usually these quests give you... Sometimes they give you, like, abilities and stuff. No, but upgrades. Not bad. Joseph, I'm glad you're here. One of our members has been attacked and gravely wounded, and I need you to go and help him. I suspect this is the work of no more bounty hunters. Wait. I suspect this is the work of more bounty hunters. It may even be a trap to lure more of us into the open. Nevertheless, we cannot ignore our comrade's plight. When he last contacted us by link pearl, he said he'd try to seek shelter at the Coffer and Coffin. Take this potion and search for him there. Alright, now we gotta go find an injured gladiator. Which is funny because if you're a gladiator, you're supposed to be a tank. So of course you're injured. Alrighty. Where's the coffer and coffin? Help! Help me! I can't feel my wiener. Thank you, brother. It all happened so fast. Over by the tracks to the north, I don't know who attacked me, nor why they left me alive. But I dare say the answer is still out there. Surely someone saw something. The fellow outside? Yeah. Yeah, I saw him stumble in when I left the bar to take a pee-pee. Was alone, and as I recall, you say he's wounded? Thought he was just drunk. But nobody gave this man the time of day. That's unfortunate. Giant tortoise. Hunt log. over here. Suspicious characters. Well, now that you mention it, I did see a strange fellow wearing a garish purple robe, and at first I thought he was talking to himself, but then I realized he had a link pearl. I heard him say something about the wrong man in the Silver Bazaar. Does that help? Enough. Cough. Purple robe. That does sound familiar. Aye, it was him, I'd swear it. Did you find anything else? Picked this up by the tracks, eh? Might as well have belonged to the bastard. Can't say I've seen like it before. Might as be Wyman could tell you more. You know him, don't you? He's the bespectacled bloke who's always lounging around an Emerald Avenue on the city. Of course, being the businessman that he is, he'll probably ask to be compensated in exchange. Show that ring to Wyman. I'm sure he'll know something about it. More talking. Alrighty. Well, now, if it ain't Joseph, everyone's favorite adventurer. I heard you threw your lot in with the gladiators. A questionable decision, given the events of recent days, but to each his own. To what do I owe the pleasure? Scorpion ring. Oh, I put that away before someone sees it. Where in the seven hells did you get one of those rings? What? You don't recognize the sigil? You goddamn fool! Before you go stumbling around in the brush, you ought to at least know what kind of venomous bastards you'd be lurking within. Been a long time since old Doss seen a criminal organization rise from obscurity to notoriety as quickly as the Alicran. Word is they got connections to the Brass Blades, the Syndicate, and God knows who else. But you didn't hear that from me. I want no part of whatever mess you and your mates have gotten yourself into, you understand? He wants no part of it. Understood. No part. No mercy. I'm a sleepy boy. Oh, Joseph, I was wondering when you might return. What news do you bring of our injured comrade? He was attacked by a member of the Alicron. The Alicron? I find that hard to believe, but no matter. One of our comrades returned from the Stone's Throw moments ago. A gang of bandits is said to be headed for the Silver Bazaar. They're after a man with an enormous bounty on his head. The people living there are in grave danger. In their frenzy to find their quarry, the bandits won't scruple to destroy property and harm civilians. And the few brass blades stationed there will be powerless to stop them. We must stop them, Joseph. We will protect the Silver Bazaar and avenge our injured guildmate, all in one fell swoop. A bit melodramatic, if you ask me. Aldous, I told you to never come here again. I couldn't sit by while you charge into battle against an enemy that you know nothing about. Milia, a responsible guildmaster, would never risk the lives of her charges like this.
Who are you to lecture me about responsibility?
Milia, listen to me. This is the Alicron you're dealing with.
So, whatever notoriety they may have achieved means nothing to me. We'll cut them down like the common bastards they are.
Bandits they are. It's not that simple. More importantly, it is not your fight.
What are you saying?
They want me, Milia. I've been fending off assassination attempts ever since our return to Thanalon. Just stay here and let me handle this. It'll be over soon, I promise.
Just stay here while you go off on your own, is that it? It's been 7 years since I let you leave all this. 7 years! Do you have any idea at all what you put me through?
Milia?
I don't want to hear it, you selfish bastard. Do you even care about the people who suffered because of you? Just get out. We don't need your help, and we'll settle this ourselves.
Milia, wait. There's something you need to know.
Enough. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get on, you bastard. Get out.
All right. Save some of that for the Alicron, but do try not to let Joseph here come to harm while you're at it. Western is Horizon, the Goblet. Oh, it's not that bad. Okay. All right. Well, should I finish this one? I should probably finish it. I think Milia likes all this. She just, oops, sorry about that. She's trying to show that she's a strong, independent woman, and she don't need no Aldous. But we know what she needs. She needs a little bit of Aldous in her life, a little bit of Aldous by her side, a little bit of Aldous just to me, a little bit of Aldous, that's what I need. A little bit of all this in the sun. A little bit of all this all night long. A little bit of all this, here I am. A little bit of all this makes me a man. Wah! Run more. Oh my god, it's a long ass way away. Turtle hunt log. I think that's 3 of them. By God, it is.
By God, that man had a family.
Alrighty, we made it. There you are, Joseph. Everyone's already in position. Are you prepared? Yeah, sure. Alright, let's get this over with. Hit them with your circles. Spin to win. More spinny to winnies. I am sleepy. Do we just have to keep pushing? Oh my god, how many of these things do I have to kill? All of them, yeah. Yay, we did it. Oh, I just keep hitting this microphone. Rejoice, gladiators, the day is ours. Hmm? No way. What? But why would you be? Leave him to us, First Sword. No, stop. Such brittle blades, so easily broken. Perhaps the first sword is made of stronger steel. Leave her, Zaina. Our business here is over. What? What have you done, Leavold? First Sword, we must withdraw. The wounded need tending. Let us take them back to the guild. Okay, let me talk to this Chocobo Keep. And then I will go ahead and return. And then we'll turn in. And then we will actually turn in. Give me a moment, Joseph. I need to think. I wanted to spare you this, Melia. I begged you not to go. You knew all this? That Leavold had? Yes, I did. Leavold and I once fought side by side in the Colosseum. The twin swords of Naldthal, they called us. Never lost a match, honored by the bowl of Alamiga himself. But that was then, and this is now. When I learned Leavold single-handedly transformed the Alacron from a gang of common thieves into the most feared criminal organization in Thanalon, I knew I had to return. It seemed like a lifetime ago that the three of us used to train together in this hall. The Leavold I knew would never stoop so low. He was a good man, strong and true. What would drive him to do this? When I find him, I'll be sure to ask. Unfortunately, he seems determined to kill me for my curiosity. Why? What aren't you telling me all this? I'm not clever enough to keep secrets, my dear. I'm a simple man, only capable of dealing with what's right in front of me. Is that so? I'll find him, Melia. I promise. Scout's honor. Alrighty, what do I need? A helmet would be okay. 17. Seems like they're all pretty decent. Oh, yeah, definitely the helmet. Goodbye, helmet. It's sad to see you go. What do I get this time? Ooh, a scrotum? Ah, Joseph, I must apologize for my earlier behavior. As First Sword, my duty is not only to foster your growth as a gladiator, but also to protect you from the dangers that you are not ready to face. I did not know Leovold had become leader of the Alacron. He had chosen to bear his steel at us. Many, if he had chosen, many and more of us would not have returned alive. I need to know why he's turned to a life of crime, and so I've ordered my best man to scour Thanalan for any trace of his whereabouts. Unfortunately, one of them has disappeared, and I have strong suspicions that he has been taken prisoner by the Alacron, or worse. If there are any hope of saving him, we must act quickly. I would have you search for our missing comrade. His last report stated that he was tracking the Alacron near the Hammers in western Thanalan. If you go there, you may yet find some clues to his fate. I've been far too reckless in recent days and let too many good gladiators come to harm. Please, Joseph, find our missing comrade and bring him home safe. Okie dokie. Alrighty. That's enough for me for the night. I am falling asleep as I read, so yeah, I'm not gonna kill myself to go another 30 minutes or whatever. So we'll be probably doing this some more tomorrow night. So enjoy, and we'll talk to you then. And everybody have a